why are you even waving hi to me? You know what I mean? Why are you trying to,
Right.
for me to say something to you, dude? You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I mean, I don't go and say hi. I mean, when I'm running by and someone's walking, I say, "Oh, good morning." That's and I'm walking. You know what I mean? But he's like, "Oh, he's trying to get me down and try to say something to me." And I just took off.
You carry spray?
No, I should, right? But what the? I told my husband like, by the time you take your fucking spray out, they're just gonna kill you. You know, I just, your mind is like.
Right.
I mean, I have a mace spray. I used to carry it all the time, but now that I'm in the area, I don't carry it.
So my wife runs the trail,
Oh, does she?
and so I live in a subdivision right off of Gady.
Okay.
So where she gets on the trail, she doesn't run north where it's kind of like more open. She goes south from Gady, so it's pretty
Empty?
secluded and covered. And I'm concerned, but I used to do a lot of road cycling. And like, yeah, I could get hit by a car. My daughter was saying stuff to me, and I said, well, people that love the ocean don't not go because they're worried about a shark attack. Like, you just, if you really love something, you just do it. And so,
But I'm saying there's a lot of creepy people now in the casino, right?
yeah,
Yes, officer.
yeah. Well,
There's a lot of.
and the concern is like 90%, well, way more than that, 99% of guys that see an attractive woman jogging, even if they're wearing boy shorts and a sports bra, they're going to look and think she's attractive, something along those lines, and that'll be it. A few may circle the block with no bad intentions, but it's that 1%. I don't think he's that 1%,
You don't think
but that 1% that's like a bona fide predator that concerns me. Because behind our house is like woods,
So you're like, okay, what else?
and sometimes my wife, she's gotten a lot better, but sometimes like she'll be in the bedroom just like stripping down with the like.
The blinds open, yeah.
But there's
no
just
woods,
woods.
yeah.
But and I tell her like,
My sister's the same way too.
right? I tell her like, you know,
She probably said, "This is my house. No
If-
one sees me, right?"
if everything aligns perfectly wrong for you, and the wrong type of guy sees this, that wrong type of guy is going to end up in your bedroom
Exactly.
in the middle of the night when I'm not here. Well, now that I'm on days, I'm always here.
But you never know. It could be during the day too. You never know.
Right.
If it comes to your house, yeah.
So I don't know why I said that. Just
But you see what I'm coming from, right? As a woman, and it's funny because now, I mean, I'm not trying to say that I have the most sexiest body, I'm pretty, I'm ugly, or whatever. But there's so many idiots out there.
Right.
You don't know. I mean,
Right.
like me and Barry were running, right? And there's a car park here, and we were like in a little small, tight street. It was by acres. And there's another car park here, and you know, obviously, and I told Barry, hey, let's go on your left because a car's going by. And we were on the left, and he did not stop. He could have smashed us together.
right.
And he goes, "Get off the fucking road!" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, we got out his way." You know what I'm trying to say? And I told Barry, I'm like, "You don't know. I mean, I can be by myself. Idiots can do shit. I mean, I'm not with you. I mean, it doesn't obviously matter if I'm with a male. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But man, there's crazy people. And there was another guy too. I don't know if I told you this. We were walking on Potawatomi Street, and then this guy, he was crossing the street, and a car almost hit him. Like, you know, he was not hit him, but he was kind of close. And this guy was walking. He's like, "Motherfucker, I have all these fucking guns on Cummins Street. I'm gonna blow this place up." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I do not want to hear this. I'm leaving." You know what I mean? I'm like, Barry goes, "What do you think we should do this?" And I'm like, "I don't know, but I'm just walking away. I'm running. I don't want to hear this guy."
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, these people are just walking, we're running, and he's saying this to us. And I'm like, "Oh my god, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this." You know what I mean? There's idiots out there. I mean, to say shit, no matter what. You
Right.
can never win.
Right.
You're good, darn you do too good. If you're bad, shit, you still do be bad. No,
Right.
we've gone over his way. And then we still get cursed on. I'm like, fuck.
There was a girl. I don't even know what the name of development's called, but like Bonner Hills up
Yeah,
there.
Bonner's house. Yeah, I used to run that way.
There was a girl. My understanding is mid-20s,
Uh-huh.
good-looking blonde, and I guess she was engaged with somebody that was friends with some of the officers' kids. Um, they're now grown. So the Bonner Hills is like there's
Bonner Hills, yeah. The
lots
little
of
subdivision. There's a
developing
house,
still going on. This
Oh,
in the
is it?
summertime. The construction crews
Oh, don't
were
tell me.
following. They weren't just they. I shouldn't say just. There was cat calls going on, which
Wow.
whatever. But then they actually were following her,
Oh no.
and somebody knew who the like foreman of the whole project was, and they contacted him and said like, hey, your people are like out of control. Like this girl is concerned, and like, I mean, this,
Even workers, right?
yeah, like the guys that are working on these sites, like stopping what they're doing and following her, and it's like, what the hell is people thinking?
I mean, I see people like when I'm running by myself in the summer in the afternoon with the kids, and I notice that roofing guys, Hispanic people, which you can tell I'm a Hispanic, and like, hey girl, how you doing? I'm like, bye. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm trying to say, and I just take my way, but I never had that problem.
Yeah.
Poor girl.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is like even when I
That
was,
makes me mad, you know that?
yeah, well, it should. It makes me mad. When I was like in high school, and I had friends that would just, like, I'm not gonna lie, like I look at a
Oh, yeah.
good-looking girl.
Like us, man.
I can't say like anybody else, but
We're humans. But you don't know.
I'm not gonna be like.
Exactly. You just look
And I would have friends that like made it a point to like. It wasn't like they were just so transfixed. They wanted it to be known that they were checking this person out, and like I would tell them like, what the f is wrong with you? Like, there's a way to.
There's a way to approach things all the time. I mean, you can check somebody out and let it go. You know what I mean?
Right, and you don't have to do it in such a way that you make yourself look like an idiot. But
I was just gonna tell you.
the main thing is like, you don't want to make somebody bona fide uncomfortable.
Right.
Like I would never.
But you know the crazy thing is that at least you realize you have conscience. You know what I mean?
Well, right, and I guess I just have enough respect for. I don't care if I were single, and at a hotel in a hot tub, and there was some, like I wouldn't sit there and just
Stare at that person. Yeah.
stare at that person.
I
Like,
know what you mean.
You just don't.
But I mean,
You don't treat people like that.
right? But you know what I mean. And if how does if you do keep, let's get out of the box, okay? Because we always try to get into the other person's. Let's say if you do that, okay, like your friends, your conscience doesn't bother you. You don't feel like you're an idiot, like.
Right. Well, that would be like.
You know what I'm trying to say to you, like I mean, we all have our brain, and our brain our things are thinking. You don't think that it's right for you to do that? I mean, what are they sick or what? In the head?
I just think I think it's the way they view women as objects for their gratification versus like they're people. And if a girl were to appreciate, in my opinion, if a girl were to appreciate somebody acting like that, then that girl isn't really worth.
She ain't worth nothing.
You know what I mean?
She don't have no. I mean.
Yeah. So.
But I mean.
I'm with you.
You understand, right? What I'm trying to say. And the reason I'm calling for this, not because I want to start trouble. It's just I want to feel that I can be by myself while my husband's gone. I feel okay better when my husband's here, because my